Aloha kākou, Evelina, e ke aloha. Welcome to Awaiʻulu's Kipapa. I'm Kingi, and I'm here with Pa'ani Kelson. Pa'ani, aloha kāua, aloha.
Aloha.
So Pa'ani is going to take us through the new collection up on Kipapa, Nā Wahi Pana o ʻEwa.
So Awaiʻulu's brand new Kipapa collection is Nā Wahi Pana o ʻEwa, the story places of ʻEwa. This is taken from a serial collection of newspaper articles that came out in 1900, I believe. Right there. June 3rd, 1899 to January 13, 1900. Talking about different places in the district of ʻEwa, different stories, legends, historical figures, all sorts of different things, but all coming back to this district of ʻEwa. So in our Kipapa collections, you'll find these different tabs right here. And this narrative will give you a quick summary of the breakdown of all of these, of each collection. So this collection is broken up into story people, supernaturals, landmarks, contemporary landscape, fishing, farming, a lot of ahupua'a stories, and ʻEwa's famous story of Holo, or the traveling mullet. So if you go through these, this slide deck right here, you'll find a quick summary of all of these different sections to kind of give you a quick overview of everything. We also have this timeline poster, interactive hyperlink poster, give you a different breakdown. We have this really famous song, Ahupua'a o ʻEwa, recorded by Kelly Irashel. Something special about this collection, we pulled several snippets, I guess, of Manaleo recordings, so interviews with Native Hawaiian speakers, talking about all sorts of different things related to ʻEwa. So this is Mary Ann Patakin, talking about that story about the traveling mullet again, also about ka'ahupahau and different fishing techniques in ʻEwa. On the left, you see the Hawaiian transcription, and then on the right, you see the translation. So for these recordings, if you press on this hyperlink right here, it'll take you to Ulukau, to Kani'aina, where you can find this recording. But you need to look at each one and make sure you jump to 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Over here, if you just pull this to 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Oh, right there, 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Then you can listen along and follow along with the translation here. Another kind of special thing that's different from the rest of our ohina, because this is talking about different specific places in ʻEwa, we documented every single place that was mentioned in this series of articles. There were 177 named locations. Out of those 177, 80% of those, we were able to drop a pin on where that location is located. So if you open this in a different window, it'll take you to Google Earth, and it'll have all these pins all over the place that you can see what the modern day landscape looks like. So this fish pond right here is Pa'akea Fish Pond. And if you click on each pin, it'll have a little summary right here, and it'll also have a hyperlink to different resources. This is a map, I believe, which will then show you that, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that says local Pa'akea right there.
Awesome. Mahalo.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. What else do we got in this collection? In this maps tab, all of these maps that we use to find these locations, to drop these pins, are all right here. You guys have access to some of these, like these pamphlets and these documents have a lot more information outside of just maps. tons and tons of information right here. So this is all for at everybody's disposal. And then finally, the kind of the foundation that all of this is built on are all of the articles from this series. Like all of our Kipapa collections, if you come back to here, everything is available in English and also Maka Olelo Hawaii. Okay, Kahi. So up to you guys, whichever one you want to use. You click on the Olelo Hawaii tab, everything is in Hawaiian. All of this got translated into Hawaiian. This poster is now in Hawaiian. Everything else is in Hawaiian.
Mahalo nui e Pa'ani. Some of the ha'awina, you're a teacher, a kumu at Nā Wahi. How are you approaching kind of constructing some lessons or stuff for the keiki?
There's a whole bunch of different ways teachers can get creative with creating new ha'awina, creating new ways to exercise students' brains with all of these different collections right here. Nā Wahi Pana ʻEwa, of course, is located in ʻEwa, all around Oahu, but mainly in ʻEwa. But the lessons learned in this collection can be applied all over our Pai'aina. Getting to know where you come from, getting to have a deeper connection to the stories of where you come from. Not just taking it for granted, passing things by, and sometimes we're just busy every single day. We just pass things by, and we don't get a chance to really connect with them. So a lot of these places, this series was written because the author saw that a lot of these places were being forgotten. A lot of these places were being developed and actually physically being lost. So he documented these stories so that memory could live on. Yeah. So that's really important for all of us to remember where we come from and have a deeper connection to the place to our place, to our Hawaii.
Awesome. Mahalo Pa'ani. There were some maps on the Ha'awina section. I was wondering if you could just show us them in the Palapala Aina.
So we have some simple worksheets. Yeah. Everybody knows this island, Oahu. But you might be surprised how little people know what the districts of Oahu are and where they're located, where their boundaries are. Again, in Hawaiian and in English. So you have the student worksheet, the answer key right here. ʻEwa, of course, being number one. And then going around, koana, ko'olau poko, ko'olau loa, waialua, and waianai. And then also the different ahupua'a that make up ʻEwa. A lot of people think of ʻEwa as just ʻEwa Beach, this Honouliuli side of ʻEwa. But ʻEwa actually comes all the way from Halava on this eastern end, all the way through Aiea, Waiava, Waipio, Waikele, all the way down to Honouliuli. This whole thing is ʻEwa, not just ʻEwa Beach, Honouliuli. So again, a lot of people have heard these names before. Waimalu shopping center, right? That's how I first heard that name. But Waimalu is more than just a shopping center. Waipio, people know the soccer fields, but it's a lot more than the soccer fields, right? ʻEwa Beach carries that name, ʻEwa, but Honouliuli is huge. Yeah. So all of these different ahupua'a, again, just at the very least, getting to recognize their names, getting to know them by name, and then getting to know their stories.
Hey, I got a question. The inlet there, is that what most tourists or visitors would call Pearl Harbor? Is that the whole area there on the inside?
So this right here is Pearl Harbor. You have Ford Island, Moku Ume Ume. We should bring that. Yeah, Moku Ume Ume. Let's bring back that name. Pearl Harbor, Pu'uloa, Kiavalau, or Pu'uloa. It's named Pearl Harbor because there are actually pearl oysters living in there. And that's one of the stories that's included in this collection is how to gather those pearl oysters and a story of why those pearl oysters aren't there anymore.
Mm.
kind of a real valuable moral to that story. Um, but I won't tell you what the moral is. You got to go read it.
How can we find out where the moral might be? So we go to the index or uh
There's a whole bunch of ways you can get there. I guess from the narrative or from let's go from the narrative.
I like this idea about enriching what we know about, these places from a Hawaiian perspective, and instead of just going, oh yeah, Pearl Harbor. Looking forward to this, bro. Moku ume ume. That's the
Moku
island.
Ume Ume. Yeah,
Okay.
so there's a whole bunch of stories about Moku Ume Ume,
Mm.
different fishing camps that were over there. They actually started to almost a watermelon plantation almost. That's kind of interesting. Race tracks, of course, sugar, and then fishing.
All right, here we go.
PP Pearl oysters were once abundant in the locks of Pearl Harbor. Silence was a strict requirement when seeking them out. So, on all of these slides,
That's a Loina, Hawaii, that one.
yeah,
Oh, hoi hoi.
yeah, there's a not just what to do, but how you do it is really important. But on all of these slides, you'll see this chain links right here. If you click on that, it'll take you to this Google document with the Hawaiian on the left and then the English translation on the right. Here is a question someone might ask: how did these pearl oysters of Ewa disappear? And then it goes through this whole story, which you got to read for yourself.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
up in the corner over here, you see original, and if you click on that link, it'll take you to Papakila database where it has this article already cut out for you. If you wanted to read the original Hawaiian.
Oh yeah. Unmarked text. Did you translate all of those?
Yeah.
Or was it the Avalu team?
A combination.
A lot of work.
Yeah, everything at Avaiulu is a team effort.
Okay. Shoot. Okay, well, thanks, Pa'ani. Mahalo nui. Thanks for giving us an overview of Nā Wahi Pana o ʻEwa. I know that our ohana will be looking in there I know from our mo'okuauhou, there's some stories of ka ahupua'a hau. So we'll be looking forward to learning a little bit more. So thank you, and mahalo, mahalo, mahalo.
Aloha.